Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Mihir Shah, Director of Services for NRI. First of all, wish you happy Republic Day to all Indians across the globe. We are expecting few more guests to
Good
join.
morning.
Good morning. We are expecting few more guests to join in. So give us a couple of more minutes to let them join. Just wait for a couple of minutes. So thank you for joining in. Thanks.
Why build buildings? Or cityscapes? Or homes, or offices, or malls, or schools? Why build anything at all? Because to build is to give shape to hopes and ambitions. Not just form to brick and mortar, but to make room for the things that truly matter. And when that is the dream, there's no resting on it. You just have to get out there and do its bidding. No matter how tough the going, you push back against doubts, against questions, and you make room for the impossible. Room for not fitting in. Because for the extraordinary, well, you've got to make room. We build iconic skyscrapers and landmark townships just so that we can make room. Room for passion and room for innovation. For aspirations and for vision. Room for bigger and better, but also for gentler and kinder. Room for determination and for love and all the things that we must make room for.
Recording in progress.
And for delight. Room to thrive and to feel alive. Room for nature and for business. Room for greens and muddy browns and yellows and blues and pinks and all the colors you dream in. Room for the ethical and for the audacious, room for big and the bold and for subtle and the small, room for hopes and for prayers, room for the unknown and for the courage to go there. All the blood, sweat and tears, all the struggle and the grit and the grime, it all falls in place when the dream comes alive. So why do we build anything at all? Because when we build, we also make room. We are Brigade. In a world where we can make anything, we make room.
Hello, good morning once again. I am Mihir Shah, Director of Services for NRI Ltd. So you must be aware of Services for NRI. A lot of people, the people who are not aware of, we are a UK-based company. We are established in UK since 2014, and we help NRIs and OCIs like you to do a property transaction back home in India, get mortgages for Indian properties. We also help in legal services. If you have any legal issues in India, we can help you that. We have taxation services. If you have any taxation matter, everything relating to India, we are the one-stop shop for NRIs and OCIs. Today, we have with us a gentleman, Sanyo John. He heads the international sales for Brigade Group. Brigade Group need not require any introduction, but I leave it with Sanyo to take it forward. And we also have Garima Mahajan. She is part of HDFC Limited London office. And she's a team member of HDFC Limited London office, and she takes care of all the mortgages for the property you buy from Brigade. Then the Garima will give you money to buy that properties. So first we start with Sanyo to give us the what we are offering, what is Brigade, what are the new offerings and everything are there. After that, we will ask Garima to give us the how she can give us some money to buy those properties. and then the floor will be open for a question answer. So over to you, Sanyo.
Hi, Mihir. Hi. Thank you, Mihir, for the introduction. A warm welcome to everyone in UK. I hope it's a. I think the climate, anyways, is not agreeing, right? Everywhere across, it's a cold sweep. So I can't say I hope it's a sunny day, but I hope it's a good day for all of you guys, and it's not the normal day wherein the rain is disturbing all of you, right? So yeah, welcome to the webinar, people. I am Sanyo John. Like Mihir said, I head international sales for Brigade. The entire agenda of this webinar is not just to give you general gyan on what Brigade is and for me to come and extol you the virtues of how good my company is. It's also to give an understanding to the NRI audience on what are the new developments that are happening across India, and also in this one particular place, which is very synonymous with the brand Brigade, which is Bengaluru. So that is the entire agenda of the webinar. And I'm just hoping like the spending 20 minutes in this webinar would add some knowledge addition for you, all of you that have joined in into Indian real estate per se. Yeah. So going ahead. So the fundamental question, okay, why buy real estate in India? Why not buy something in UK? Why not buy something anywhere else in Europe? So I think, that's, if I don't answer that, then there's no point of having the entire webinar, right? Okay, then everything else, the other sheets are just basically deriving from this. So why buy real estate in India? India currently is in the entire world economy is one place which is the bright spot. As you can see, India is estimated to have around 6.5% GDP growth even in FY24, when recession is looming across the Eurozone, US, all these major developed regions effectively. And even China, you would see with all the lockdowns that they have, they are also slowing down. So India is only going to be the only developed economy that will have greater than 5% GDP growth in FY24. What has also happened in real estate in 2014 is RERA came into picture. And what RERA did is RERA made the Indian real estate scenario very transparent for the NRI audience. So now it's not like, I show you something, and as a developer, as long as it's in a brochure, it's in any paper that the developer shares, you need to get it delivered. And that's how clean RERA has made the entire business. Earlier, it used to be you need to do it only with top A category developers. Now, even when you go to B, C, all that, as long as they are RERA registered, as long as they have RERA number, there is some sanctity to go into that project. So that's one thing that RERA has gotten. Also, the dollar to INR falling from 68 to 80, that has helped strengthen. So anyone who's in IT, who's making monies in dollars, that has made property a very good proposition. The search traffic, surprisingly, from 2021 to 2022 by NRIs who want to buy in India has grown by 117.7%. So that's phenomenal growth. So a lot of NRIs are looking at buying homes in India. And if you look at it, home sales also has registered a 49% growth compared to 2021. This is 2022 data. We're too early in 2023 to have a data here. So around 49% growth is what home sales have had in 2022. According to major polls across, like one of them is Reuters, the property prices have to go up at least by a 7% in an overall Indian scenario. So it's almost like the stock market when you say that goes up by 10-12%. Some stocks will go up by 24%. Similarly, we are looking at some regions of India will go up easily by even 15-20%, while some might be as low as 4 to 5%. So the ones that are really, really, anyways, the prices are high, we don't see them going up by a lot effectively. Okay. So the second fundamental question, why Bengaluru? Yeah. So going into that, Bengaluru currently is the startup capital of India. Bengaluru in recent times has emerged as the startup hub of the nation, bringing innovation and employment opportunities and contributing to India's GDP. So this is said by Rajani Sinha. She is the chief economist of Knight Frank India. And the data basically correlates to that fact. If you look at unicorns are the $1 billion new age companies that are there in India. And these are companies that even sitting out of UK, you might be already knowing them, right? Razorpay is the biggest transaction entity. Byju's, I mean, Byju's was a sponsor of the World Cup. Messi is one of the brand ambassadors. Zerodha is the best broking app across. I mean, currently they are saying that, they are the Robin Hood of India. So there's a app called Robin Hood if people use it in US. So Zerodha is the discount broker in India. Ola Electric is making, and the ambition is to have the largest number of two-wheelers made by them in India. So all these companies are set in Bengaluru. And if you look at the data also, the graph gives you a figure. 40% of all unicorns that are made in India are based out of Bengaluru. So it's not like, I mean, normally you think that financial capital of India, which is Mumbai or the NCR region, would have the higher chunk, but it's not. I mean, the game completely changes when it is the new age companies. 40% of them, the new age guys, the new age developers, look at Bengaluru to be the most preferable city to be in and to be a place where there are a lot of innovations happening. Yeah. Now, if you look at even the office data, this is the latest data by the Knight Frank study, 2022 last quarter data, Q4 data. Bengaluru is the only city in APAC, in entire Asia Pacific, to have double-digit rental growth. So Bengaluru annual rental change for commercial property, the office rentals, though that means that a lot of people are coming back. There's more work that is happening in Bengaluru. A lot of people are going back to offices, has grown by 11%. Compared to the second best, which is Mumbai, and the third best, which is Auckland. So actually, Bengaluru and Mumbai are the only cities in India that have grown in terms of the rental market. Yeah. So going ahead, you need to also look at the infra. Real estate growth is completely linked to infra growth. You will have the Bengaluru Metro Phase 2 that will be completed by 2025. It's going to connect to the airport. You already have the Phase 1 second line, which is going to connect from Baipanhalli to Whitefield, so which is called the Purple Line. So you have all these rail metro links already by 2030, like you have in UK. I think saying UK is a really big thing, because UK, the tube system is phenomenal. So I can't compare UK tube system to Bengaluru, but the point is by 2030, Bengaluru is expected to have 9 metro lines, so which is currently 2. So that's the kind of thing. And by 2025 itself, 6 would be operational. So it's going to be a very big infra growth that you're going to see in Bengaluru. There's also a high-speed airport rail link road that's going to happen in Bangalore. And current time, like, if you go from the airport to the city is easily 1.5 to 2 hours. It will reduce to 25 minutes once the airport rail link road is airport rail link is done. Yeah. To connect to various different parts of Bengaluru, where there's development like an electronic city, the other end in south, you have Whitefield in the east. So the entire region in north, you have Devnali. So connect all these regions together. There's also going to be a peripheral ring road, which is of 109-kilometer road, and it's going to be an 8-lane expressway. So Bengaluru in the next 2-3 years is going to have a huge leap in infra. So again, it makes a case to put in your money now into a really good development in Bengaluru, whether it be Brigade or any other A category developer. It would make a lot of sense. Now, if I go into the water management in Bengaluru, all the studies pointed out by the Indian Institute of Science, the institute that was set up by C.V. Raman, have said that 73% of Bengaluru's water demand, I'm saying the 3/4 of the entire water demand can be just managed through rainwater harvesting, because Bengaluru gets adequate rainfalls across periods, and last 5 years has been testimony to it. 2014 onwards, all the developments in Bengaluru, whether it be commercial, small homes or residential big complexes, they are mandated to have a rainwater harvesting system. So that helps plug a lot of gaps which are present in the ecosystem. Also, the Bengaluru Authority has tied up with a French foundation called the Swiss Foundation, which is a leading #1 foundation in the world into water management, water conservation techniques, and into groundwater maintenance strategies. So a lot of new steps that have been taken by the Bengaluru Authority in that ways also. Now, I spoke about Electronic City, I spoke about Whitefield. These are already established, really well developed areas. There's also one huge development that is happening, which is called the KIDB, Karnataka Industrial and Aerospace Development Board. It is a 3,000 acre SEZ that is going to come up. It's going to be the biggest SEZ that is there in Bengaluru. It is not going to just have IT. It's also going to have hardware. It's going to have finance. It's also going to have aerospace. For that matter, the aerospace park has already Magellan Aerospace, Boeing has expressed interest, BEML, which is the government company, Zenith Precision, Tata Power, Centum Electronics, all the major aerospace companies are there. In IT, you have the SAP, Quadrant 6, Ratna Logistics, all these companies are already there effectively, right? So the entire forecast is that the SEZ currently has around 10 lakh odd jobs that it is there. In the next 4 to 5 years, it is expected to contribute around 22 lakh jobs in just that area. So these are all the developments that are there. Texas Instruments is going to set up their biggest, one of the biggest chip manufacturing facility in Devnali. SAP is going to have another R&D campus there. Your National Cricket Academy is also going to happen in Bengaluru. Boeing is going to have the second largest unit that's going to happen in manufacturing Boeing airplanes. That also is going to happen in Bengaluru. So now again, NRIs, as I said, from around, if you look at FY21 to FY22, the NRI investments, I'm not just talking about the entire investments into real estate, has gone up by 14.5 billion USD to 20 billion USD. So there are a lot more NRIs who are looking at buying property in India. And if you go down into the survey, the top metros favored by the NRIs, number 1 is Bengaluru. Second is Pune, third is Chennai, and the fourth destination is Mumbai. Okay, now going into, again, why and what is Brigade Group? I'll be very surprised if anyone is here from south of India and doesn't know Brigade. But yeah, I mean, I can understand because we don't have any property there in north or down west in Mumbai, Pune. People might not know what the brand is. So I'll just give a basic summary of what Brigade is. We are synonymous with south of India. We have developments across the entire south, which I'll come in the next slide. We were established in 1986. The tallest commercial tower in Bengaluru, which is the Brigade Towers, was made in 1986. And it is coincidentally in the road, which is also called Brigade Road. All right. We own the exclusive right for World Trade Centers in entire South India. So whether it be the World Trade Center in Bengaluru, which you saw in the video that was there playing initially, that is a World Trade Center Bengaluru. Whether it be the World Trade Center that is in Chennai, which was also a part of the video, whether it be the World Trade Center in Kochi, whether it be the upcoming World Trade Centers that are there in Hyderabad or in Trivandrum. So all these are made and will be made by Brigade Group. Yeah. So whether it be villas, apartments, offices, retail, we have Orion malls across Bangalore, whether it be schools, clubs, convention centers, and even hotels. We own most of the major branded hotels across South India, whether it be a Holiday Inn, Mercure, Sheraton. We own the exclusive rights of operating all these hotels also in South of India. Yeah. So as I said, we are spread across the entire South. One other place that we are there is Gift City in Gujarat, where we have the Brigade Gift Center, effectively. So that's a commercial tower that we have. Yeah. So now going into how can an NRI find and do an easy home purchase? Brigade is again, sitting out of the Silicon Valley of India. It makes a lot of sense that Brigade is invested a lot into technology. And we pride ourselves to be the most, I mean, for that matter, our IT team won the award this year for the best IT team in the entire real estate space. So with us in Brigade, we are completely enabled to take entire from your home selection to your location selection to your booking to your payments, even your signatures. It can all be done digitally. So we are completely ready in terms of the ecosystem that we have to enable it for all of you. Sitting out of UK, you can select your dream home in Bengaluru, Chennai, Hyderabad, all these places, Mysore, all these places with us. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, how a drone shot is. So when you are gonna select a property with us, how do we make you understand the site? We take you through the entire, even with the location markings. So we take you through what the location is, how do you travel from X place to our project site, how big the road is, what is there nearby the road, and all that stuff. So we cover all these stuff when we do a virtual site visit. And when you even go into your home tour, we even have the sample video there effectively, and you can move in to select your unit. So all that stuff is covered as a show flat. Yeah. So when I say online booking, the entire thing, the discussion on pricing can be done like we are in Zoom, whether it be a special offer, whether it be payment plan, everything can be done online. We also take bookings through Razorpay, which is again the unicorn company that you would have seen based out of Bengaluru. So entire payments also can be done online. Even your agreements are sent to your official email ID for a digital signature. So for nothing, you will need to travel to Bengaluru other than for taking possession of your home. And the registration aspect of it as of now. So as I was talking to you guys about the places that are already developed, we have since the concept of this webinar is also about what are the interesting investment avenues that we have. Doesn't make sense for us to promote to you already existing projects. So the entire point was this, that we wanted to showcase something exclusive for the NRI audience. So these are, I'm going to highlight two projects that are just undergoing a pre-launch now in India, so that you can avail the pre-launch benefit in these two projects, right? So the first one is Brigade Valencia. It is in Electronic City. It's a pre-launch opportunity, and the location is really great. It is a bang on a 12-lane NH44. If you see the red marked area, that is the project. It is very close to the upcoming Bomasandra metro station, and bang on the, as I said, the bang on the main road in Electronic City, very close to Chandapura Circle, and very close to your Narayana Hridyalaya. So that's a very well-known hospital there. Whether it be Wipro, whether it be Infosys, whether it be Tech Mahindra, all these IT companies are all beside our location that is there in Electronic City. Yeah. So I have some pre-launch pricing revealed to you. So I'll just do that also. And this is basically what the entire thing is. I'll not go into an explanation of it. Anyone who's interested in the location, you can connect with Mihir. Mihir can guide you along with my team into selecting your right unit, and how you can avail of the pre-launch opportunity along with services for NRI. So this is the basic concept. We will have around 662 units, 2 wings, from 3 BHK to 2 BHK. 1 BHK currently is not available. There are 2 basements, 1 stilt, and G plus 22 floors. This is the total tower. And this would be the price range as of now, which again, my team can help you out with. Okay. So going into the second pre-launch opportunity, this is a plotted development in Mysore. And rather than like explaining it to you, I'll just show you a video first, and then we'll come into the basic snapshot of it. Is it audible, Mihir?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
From the makers of magnificent skylines, from the shapers of tranquil communities, comes an opportunity like never before. An opportunity that is never to be missed. Neighboring the royal city of Mysuru, known for its rich heritage and quaint lifestyle. Just 10 minutes from Bengaluru Mysuru highway, 40 minutes from the airport, 2 minutes from ICANN International School, comes the most sought after project. Brigade's first plotted development in Mysuru. Spread over 15 acres of lush greenery and wide open spaces. Nestled in a gated community with round-the-clock security. Packed with carefully curated amenities to elevate your lifestyle. Blooming with enormous economic potential. A plot to build your dream home your way. Hurry, there are only limited edition plots. Reserve your plot today. Your plot to a brighter future. To upgrade to Brigade, call 1800-102-9977.
Yeah. So, so like you got a gist, it is just very exclusive 212 plots. This is the first plotted development project by Brigade in Mysore. For that matter, overall, all the 37 years that we have been existing, we have only had 2 plotted development projects. One in Devnali, which is already sold out. The phase 1 is sold out. Phase 2 will be coming up soon, and the second in this location in Mysore. Otherwise, we have always made residential complexes. And in this, so it's very exclusive. It's for the select few, as that's the reason we are not marketing it all out. It is very exclusive avenues like this that we are even promoting this project. And it is 15 acres of land, 212 plots from 1,200 to 3,000 square feet is the plot area. And the recreation area itself is around 5,000 square feet. It has 5 parks inside with around 25 amenities. So it's a beautiful location. If you just put in Google Brigade Oak Tree Place, you'll be able to, it's not Palace, sorry. I mean, there's some spell check issue. It's Brigade Oak Tree Place. You'll be able to see the exact details of the plot also. Yep. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for your time. These were 2 of my new investment opportunities that I want to highlight. And I also wanted to give you guys a gist on what is happening in Karnataka and mostly Bengaluru as a overall. I think, overall Indian real estate is coming back into the cycle. The cycle normally lasts for around 4-5 years. So I think now we are in the start of the cycle. So it's a good time to get into the train. And talking from my experience of around 18 years in real estate, we are seeing the growth. We are seeing a phenomenal response from the NRI audience. And our average sale itself is going up by around 49 to 30%. In a overall 30 to 49%, depending on the project that is there. So we look forward to the opportunity to serve you and welcome all of you into the Brigade family. So over to you, Mihir, for taking it up.
Yeah, thanks, Sanyo. This looks amazing, and of course, there are a lot of questions has been thrown over to me, but I'll come to the questions later on. Before that, you given the idea what the property and how the property is there, but Garima needs to give us the idea how she can give us the money, because a lot of people like to take mortgages to buy the property. So Garima, if NRI wants to buy, the UK client base wants to buy the property with Brigade Group, how can you help us to get the mortgage?
Hi, Mihir. Thanks for the introduction, and thanks, Sanyo, for the wonderful presentation. So, as Sanyo mentioned, and as you were discussing, Mihir, we do a lot of funding for Brigade projects, and the process honestly is very simple. You've had a long association with HDFC and you're aware of it. It's an online application, and this is the checklist of documents that my team would send. The loan application comes to us, and based on the assessment of credit worthiness of the clients, we advance loans, right? So it depends on your credit score, it depends on your income levels, on your obligations, etc. A lot of factors, and accordingly the loan is processed, classified into whether you're an employed professional or you're self-employed, and categories. Yeah, that's how it works for us.
Yeah, thanks for the idea. But the good part about the HDFC is that because they have offices in London, all the paperwork has been done in UK. So you don't have to do a coordination with somebody in India. That's really a great helpful. And of course, HDFC has presence in UK since 2006. So they are well aware of how things works in UK and how mortgages can be done. Yes, I can help you out. We can help you out. Karima can help out to get the mortgages. Now I'm getting few questions, especially the Sanyo. Currently, as you said, there is a across the globe, there is a recession. The prices are going. Even the Reserve Bank of India has increased the rate of interest, repo rate in last 6 to 9 months time, and the home loan interest rate has gone up. So affordability of a lot of places is affected. How do you think? Do you think a company like Brigade would correct the prices to match up the affordability, or how these things works?
See, Mihir, I think, if you look at conventionally in 18 years of my real estate experience, what it says is real estate in India has overall been 2 things. One, growing or stable. So it is basically phases that it operates in. And I'm not talking it just because I'm from the developer side, and because I'm also been a home buyer, right? So you also need to understand the cycle of how it works for a home buyer. So it's either been growing or it's been very stable. Like I have a home in Mumbai. For the last 3-4 years, it's been very stable for me, right? While I have had a lot of people who have invested down south, the last 2-3 years, they've made a killing. So and while my Mumbai home would have appreciated by much higher when it was in 2012 to, I mean, actually 2008 to 2012, 13, 14 time, right? Now, if you look at that period, it's very interesting if you note, 2008 to 2012 has been the period of the highest real estate growth in India.
Wow.
It immediately followed, I mean, overall, right? Overall, major towns and all developed during that time, right? It immediately followed US recession. And this has been the trend across, right? Whenever there is, I mean, somehow or the other, it's linked. I mean, the linkage might be that, you also get the reverse brain drain happening towards India, right? I mean, most of these companies that are the new age unicorns have been Microsoft employees in Silicon Valley, have been Google employees in Silicon Valley, and for that matter, even, I mean, I know the owner of Lenskart. He was a Microsoft employee for a really long time, right? So he came back to India in 2008 and started Lenskart, which is the biggest company into spectacles, right? So you have a lot of reverse brain drain happening during these times whenever recession happens in these developed companies, and India emerges a little bit stronger after any period of US recession is what I've seen. And the kind of demand, as the data showed effectively to you, the last 1-2 years, the interest level from the NRI, whether it be home search or even home buying, has been pretty high. Yeah.
Okay,
so I
that's
hope
good. Of course, yeah, you are right. Post 2008 lemon crisis, there was global recession, and of course, in 2008 to 2012, the prices in India in real estate has gone up really very high. So that's a good things to note to it. I'm few more questions. I'm getting it. Garima, there is one more question for you. If somebody, are you there, Garima?
Yeah, I'm there, Mihir.
Yeah. So Garima, the question has been, they asked that if somebody takes a loan in India, mortgages or home loan in India, does that affect any credit score in UK?
No, because the CIBIL report will show all your loans in India, Mihir, which is called the TransUnion CIBIL, and the credit bureau report, for example, if it is an Experian or an Equifax or a Credit Karma, will show the overseas record. So it doesn't really impact.
Okay, so basically what you're trying to say is that if you take any mortgages in India, the UK credit score doesn't take up the mortgages you have taken abroad. So there is no affordability, or if somebody wants to get anything, they will not come to know about what is happened in India.
Any case, whenever you apply for a loan in UK or anywhere else, they will definitely be asking for your mortgages, right? So obviously, it might not depict in your report, as I said, because they won't know, but you will have to declare it to them, because when they ask for the account statements, your NRE, NRO accounts, etc., the debits in any case will show, or you will be transferring the money. So your eligibility, obviously, vis-a-vis the income you have, will the fixed obligations will go up, and yeah.
So yeah, right. You in the bank statement, when you're transferring money to India, they'll ask you the questions, and that can be taken care of. Yeah, okay, I got it. I think so. There's somebody has asked the question. They wanted some of the information. The slides were gone very quickly. We will, of course, we will coordinate with them, and we'll send it out those information to you. So yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. Okay, there's one more question has come up. Make it difference in applying loan to buy property in India, whether it from UK or India. Okay. Garima, to you, one more question. Applying home loan for a property in India, applying from UK or applying from India, does it make any difference or not?
See, it will be easier if you apply from UK, because we have dealt with a lot of employed, self-employed professional cases. So in that way, the loan can be processed quicker, because we are in know of things. In any case, we recommend the files, and the sanction final is done from there, but the process is quicker. Our time zones match, and ease of coordinating, etc., will be there. Mihir is here, so that way it's easier. Is my suggestion.
So basically the simple question to the answer is that there is no process change between if you're applying in India or applying in UK. The only thing is that since we are at your doorstep,
Yeah.
the entire process you are going through, it becomes very simple and very easy, and you don't have to go through that cumbersome coordinating somebody in India at Indian time zones and things like that. That makes a lot of life easier. And since, as I told you earlier, also HDFC has presence in UK since 2006. They know what are the document required for the self-employed, for the IT contractors, which somebody in India might not know. So it is always an added advantage with no additional cost to the home applicant or a loan applicant, but they can get. In fact, I'll tell you one more good thing is that for the NRIs or OCIs who are applying from UK, their HDFC charge very nominal processing fee, unlike if you go directly to India, where they charge 0.25% of the loan amount. So yes, it is always better for you
To apply here
from
locally.
the UK than to go for India.
In fact, the process is quicker because in any case, a lot of times the cases from India come to us. So, a lot of time is wasted in between transactions. So ease, tag, fee, all works in favor if it's applied from here.
That's great. I can see one more question, that NRI or British citizen status are handled differently in terms of investing in India. See, the only thing is that if you are a British citizen, you need to have OCI card, or you should be eligible to get OCI card for any investment in property in India. So yes, NRI is an Indian who are living abroad, is a non-resident Indian. A British citizen with OCI can only apply or can invest in the property in India. So that is one more thing. Pricing of first opportunity flats wasn't clear. Could you please publish that again, Sanyo?
Yeah, so what we'll do is that, Mihir, you can just take this, we'll connect separately on our Teams call with my team, and
Okay.
we'll completely show the entire pricing details. We'll flash it. And also we'll share the UI details with
all right, we'll do that. So the one which is, we will connect to you separately over the call, and we'll then take your time to take it forward and this thing. Now, what is the other question? They're getting it. There are a lot of questions coming in. You buy in India from here, do I lose the first time buyer benefit here in the UK? Okay, that's very tricky question. But yes, if we are not a UK expert, we are Indian experts. So we will not able to advise you anything on the UK part of it. It would better if you can speak to somebody in the UK expert that what to do. That was my thing, simple answer to it. Now, what is the max loan value HDFC offers? Garima, would you like to cover the point?
Yeah, sure. So it basically depends on your two things. One is the loan that you applied for and the property cost. So it's 90%, 80%, and 75% loan to value. And if the loan amount is above 1 crore, then it is 75% funding. If it is up to say 95 lakhs, it's almost around 80%. And below that, it's almost 75%. That's the loan to value maximum that HDFC offers. The remaining loan contribution.
Yeah. So, of course, as she said, 90, 80 or 75% LTV loan to value, subject to your eligibility as well. So if you're buying a property worth 50 lakhs, where you are offered, HDFC is offering 90%, which is almost 45 lakhs loan, but you should be eligible to repay that loan as well. So that is also very much important to take into it.
The first criteria is, of course, your eligibility check, because standalone LTV can't work, loan to value can't work standalone. It depends, but these are the three slabs basis which the funding is done based on your repayment capacity.
Perfect. One more question to you, Garima, is that if somebody applying loan from UK and from India for the same property or Brigade, with that, any interest rate changes?
No, nothing. In fact, the processing fee will be lower if you apply as an NRI from UK. Interest rate is the same. As I said, Mihir, interest rate depends on a lot of factors like your credit history, etc. So whether you apply in India or UK, if your credit history score is X, the rate of interest will be common across.
That's great. Thank you very much. Now, somebody has asked me the question. So they want to know about the rental management. Yes, we help end-to-end services. So buying a primary from the developer, to possession, to putting the property on rental, to if you want the interiors to be done, we can do that as well. We can help in property management as well. We can resell the property for you, and that regarding resale, if there is a legal services are there, taxation services are there, we provide each and every services. So you can connect to us. If you have bought property through us, we can help you in that. If you have not bought property also through us, we can help you at. Even Brigade, the Brigade has their rental management arm. Sanjay, you just want to cover that little bit about how the service is offered?
Yeah, so we have currently the rental management arm is focused on few projects, which are big townships that we have, which is one of them is Brigade Utopia that is there in Whitefield. What we have basically is a company called as Brigade Plus that is into interiors, generally interiors. So like, you're sitting overseas and you just need to ensure that, your home is completely done up. We are just a call away. The entire designs are sent to you by email. You can select the designs and then ensure that from Brigade itself you'll get the home completely done up, right? So that's one. Second, currently we are restricted to some big townships of us where we are doing rentals, but we are going to soon expand into rental management for the entire domain also. But what we always recommend is like, when you are doing it from UK, services for NRI. So that is our preferred partner in UK anyway. So services for NRI could help you out with your rental as well as your resale, all that stuff, which resale anyways Brigade does not get into.
Yeah. So somebody asked the same question again, that property management. Yes, as Sanyo said, on their big township project, they do provide for the property management, rental management, interiors, and we as a services for NRI also provide those services additional to the resale services. So yes, you can connect to us and we'll help you out on one-to-one basis. There is one more question as asked about, it is better to buy on an individual name or it is better to buy on the company name. My personal advice, being a chartered accountant from India and UK, NRIs or OCIs basically, who are based in UK or abroad, it is always good to buy on your personal name, because any overseas company cannot invest into an Indian real estate, and to set up the Indian company for somebody who's living abroad, they automatically becomes the deemed foreign company. So on a simple terms, it is always better to buy on a individual name. But there are certain complicated structures are there which we can explain to you on one-to-one basis. Okay, now what is the next question we have is, do we have to pay inheritance tax if we sell NRI property in India? Okay, there is no inheritance tax in India. Inheritance tax is only in UK. If you are selling property in India, then there is a capital gain tax is there. Depending upon the holding of the property, it could be depending short-term or long-term capital gains are there. So short-term capital gains are on the slab wise. Long-term capital gain is about 20 plus some surcharges and all. So it works out to be around 22%. Again, in detailed discussion about this part, if you can connect with me separately, I'll explain to you in detail about it. Just to clarify, the interest rate applicable based on the Indian rate, not on a UK mortgage rate, which is a standard. Yes, you are right. If you are buying a property in India, HDFC is an Indian financial institution and in Indian NBFC, non-banking financial services, and it will be Indian rupee loan. So the interest rate is all on the Indian rupee rate going on, not as per UK rates. Can you share the list of ongoing projects which will apart from pre-launch? Yes, we will connect with you. Brigade, Sanyo, how many projects are running? Can you just give us some idea about it?
So the thing is that if I start explaining on all the projects, we'll have to spend a day, right? So it's around 40 projects that are active with Brigade. So the entire point would be that with Mihir services for NRI and any of my team members that are there based out of Dubai, our international offices in Dubai, we can help assist you into zeroing down on which is a preferred location for you. and then choose the right property. So whether it be like Chennai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Mysore, we have projects across, right, and multiple projects across. So we can assist with zeroing down on your right property according to what you would look into. Okay. Yeah.
That's great. Just one more question, which earlier somebody has sent me across. What do you think in the next 3 to 5 years, how do you see the Bangalore real estate going in terms of capital appreciation, in terms of rental appreciation and all? So if you can cover that, that would be really helpful.
See, Mihir, so I think the best example to give for Bangalore is what Mumbai was like, before your BKC was set up, before a lot of metros came in, right? And the kind of appreciation the entire, what you call as, I don't know how many people are familiar here. I'm a Mumbaiker, so I'm very familiar, so I can easily give the example. So that's what Bangalore is, right? So 2008 Mumbai, where BKC was like setting up, like not completely functional, that basically gave the entire suburbs of Mumbai a big impetus. Whether it be your Goregaon, whether it be your Malad, whether it be your Andheri, Bandra, all these areas appreciated like crazy, right? And with the metro coming in, it just went up like 20, 30, 40%, right? So the entire point is that Bangalore is in that stage as of now. Bangalore's bottleneck is infra, the periphery road, the metro links, the high-speed road to the airport, and the kind of products that we are making in Brigade. We make major townships, right? We make 25 acre, 15 acre, 30 acre, 150 acre townships that Brigade has done, in which we have each and everything inside, whether it be villas, whether it be plots, whether it be apartments. So we have each and everything. So I saw one more question, before we go into it. Somebody was asking for villas. So we have everything. We have villas. We can even give you a plot where you can construct yourself. We even have villaments wherein it's just 2 apartments per floor. So the choice is plenty. When you come sit with a Brigade person to sell at your dream home. So feel free to reach Mihir on this, and Mihir can connect to any of our Brigade salesperson.
In fact, he's asking, somebody's asking about commercial properties. So do you have any commercial properties to showcase?
Yeah. We also have some few commercial properties to showcase. Yeah, sure. That also, yeah. Okay, so I'll just take, I think Mr. Chris has put a very smiley. So he's put, traffic congestion is the biggest problem. Yeah. So I completely agree with you, Chris. That's the entire point that we are talking about. That is the reason why infra comes into picture, right? Bengaluru, the bottleneck is the traffic, and that's what I was addressing. When you have the infra that solves it, that's when you will see growth. For that matter, when metro was getting done up in Mumbai, it was horrible to be in Andheri during that time in Mumbai, right? It was horrible. I mean, to reach from Andheri east to west, it has taken me 2 hours. So here, at least from Bangalore airport to city is to 1.5 hours, right? So the point is that you will have even a metro to the airport, which is getting ready now. So if you're buying now an under construction flat, by the time it's ready, you have all these linkages done. So and India is taking quantum leaps in infra. The last 1 year has been testimony. I mean, I'll give an example. Bengaluru to Mysore used to be a 4-hour journey. All right. Today it's a 10-lane expressway, which takes 2.5 hours. So 1.5 hours has been cut down in the last. And I mean, for that matter, I think there's a good video of Nitin Gadkari wherein he's saying that fine, when somebody travels in this highway, he'll remember Nitin Gadkari. So that is a statement. So I'm saying the point is that we have had quantum leap in infra, and it's only going to get better going forward. Bengaluru is a city of innovators. Bengaluru is a city of the maximum brains in India, right? When you look at it like that. So there's a solution to these kind of things. When it's a technocrat city, you are bound to solve these problems with new age and new sciences. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
One more question of water management. Of course, it is covered by Brigade in his in his presentation also, that Bangalore has hired a French company to manage the entire water management system in Bangalore. That is going to be one thing. But the gentleman has specifically that when a Brigade start up the project, how they consider, in water management system. If you just, Sanyo, just want to cover that.
Yeah. So see, I'll tell you one thing, in Brigade, the best part is this, and our projects the way that we make, when I was telling you about one big township that we have, there's a big township that we have in Whitefield called Utopia, right? So it's a 50-acre township. Now the Utopia has a lot. I mean, when it's 50 acres, there's a lot of trees there, right? And typically, what the real estate developers does is that you uproot trees and then you make buildings effectively. So what Brigade has done is Brigade has not done it, right? Brigade has not uprooted any tree there. Actually, Brigade has planted 2,000 more trees into that area. So around 50% of entire 50 acres is open area. So, I mean, you see any video that is there, and you'll just put in YouTube, you'll see Brigade Utopia video in which, we are talking about how our existing customers came in for the tree plantation there. All right. So these things, matter a lot. So we are, even before the implementation of having rainwater harvesting mandatory in all the projects, Brigade used to have rainwater harvestings from 1989, 1990 onwards. So that's the kind of owners that we take up in our projects, so, and that's the trust that people have had in our brand. The last 10 years, Brigade has grown from a 2,000 crore company to a 10,000 crore company. And that is all because of and just based out of South India. So you don't have the value that Mumbai has, right? Or you don't have the value that an NCR has, or I mean, not NCR, Gurgaon has. So Bengaluru values are typically much lower, right? You still get a really good 2 BHK at 70-80 lakh rupees in Bengaluru, while you can't even dream that in Mumbai or in Gurgaon. So look at the typical unit value, and to reach the market cap of 10,000 crores, you imagine the kind of volume that a developer has to do when he's just in south of India. So that's the trust that people have given us in the last 4-5 years, and this is all because of the type. Now, from 1986 we are operational, so if you look at all these 37 years, it's all because of the kind of townships we have delivered, all because of the kind of sustainable or places that we have made. So that is a lot of, I think, a lot of meaning to our NRI audience also. Yeah,
that's great. Somebody has sent me the message that Bangalore considered to be the garden city. Does it the same stands the still as a garden city?
Yeah, so so the thing is that now there's also a lot of other gardens there, like the Silicon Gardens and there are tower gardens and all that stuff. Beer gardens also are there, for that matter. Yeah,
Oh,
jokes apart. Jokes apart. So the point is that the gardens that are there, your Cubbon parks, all the parks, the gardens are there. They are preserved. The current problem that Bangalore faces is the population that has grown because of all the IT growth that has had in Bangalore, right? So Bengaluru, even last year's this in entire Asia, Bengaluru has been voted as the most livable city. So it took into consideration 3 factors. One was the climate, the weather. It's amazing climate throughout the year. Second, that it took into consideration was the job opportunities that are there. And third, it took into consideration the pollution levels that are there. So you are suffering from pollution problems across India in the north, but you don't have those kind of problems in Bengaluru, right? Or you don't have those kind of problems most places in south, I guess. So the point is this, if it is voted as a most livable city, there's some onus to it, right? So it is all because to do with the kind of growth that Bengaluru's had, and which ticks all the right boxes effectively. And I'm telling you, the next 3-4 years is gonna be Bengaluru is gonna get even better. That's the way that we are looking at it.
That's really great, and thanks everyone for asking and participating and putting up the questions. I really appreciate that. Before we end this thing, Sanyo, what is your final say about entire things and why to invest? Why NRIs should invest right now? Is it a good time right now to invest in India, in Indian real estate?
See, I'll go back to Mihir. It's not a pitch. I'll go back to logics. All right. If you see a 117% increase in traffic history, 49% increase in home sales, from growing from a $14 billion NRI investment to a $22 billion in 2022, you're seeing all the data correlates into one thing, right? That 2022 is the start of the real estate cycle. A typical real estate cycle anywhere, like what we had in 2008 to 2012 to 13, is a 4 to 5 year horizon, right? So you consider, say, 2022, 1 year done. All right. We are now in the start of 2023. All right. So you are now in the start of the real estate cycle. The macro environment is such that there is global issues simmering up and all that stuff, India is the place of calm as of now, right? India is a bright spot in the world economy. It is gonna grow. It is gonna add $1 trillion to its economy into the next 2 years. Whether you want to be a participant of that or not is whether you have something back home to rely on. So that's my entire onus, and that's my entire pitch to you guys. And the pitch is towards Indian real estate. It's not towards Brigade, but I would want our NRIs to invest back in India. And I think that's where the money lies as of today, and that's where stability lies as of today. Yeah.
Great.
So that's what I ended.
Karima,
So,
what
thank you,
what
Mihir.
is your thanks, Sanyo. What is your final say now?
As HDFC, we make home loans come true. We make homes come true, Mihir, and that says it all. We'll be more than happy. We've been preferred partners with a lot of home buy customers in India. So it's the best part is it's very easy and straightforward. It's all online. There's no hassle. So make your dream come true, and we are there to help you, along with Mihir and Sanyo, of course.
That's great. Great. Somebody asked me the last question, but if I need to invest in UK, Bangalore, it is almost answered. Thanks for great. Okay, he was just thanking for us for it. That's great. Yeah. So thank you, Sanyo. Thank you, Garima. And what I understand, this is the best time to invest into the Indian real estate. I'm not, as Sanyo said, he's not saying only Brigade. Any good A developer is the best time to invest. And of course, we are Services for NRI is a London based. We have office in Canary Wharf, and we can help you in everything on that part of it. With these, we can help you get mortgage as well. We help you in property management, rental management, sales, resale, everything. So it's a one-stop shop. Please connect with us. And thanks for all the questions. People are keep asking. Yes, if you want to contact Garima, please get in touch with me. I'll connect you with Garima. Any commercial property, yes, we'll give you all the information. So once again, thank you very much. We will connect with you separately, one-to-one, and we'll take it forward from there. Once again, thank you, Sanyo. Thank you, Garima.
Thank you, Mihir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Garima.
Thanks, Sanyo. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.